Slack.
Okay, now just
Hold our tongue.
just hold fast.
That's it. Monitor what you say
The
now.
name of the lesson is
Rock a
the
thigh.
spirit of the Lord shutting things down.
Right?
Go. Anybody else? Just that one. All right.
Sound good.
We got audio. Okay. Okay, kind of, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And we have our beloved brothers from Iowa here with us, the mighty men of Iowa. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash.
double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives, their freedom to do so. The would-be judges, the 144,000, right? And the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that look like those heathen nations, the Israelite foreigners. This is not a black thing, all right? And to the very few Wakwaf that are listening and learning, we give a sincere shalom. And once again, the lesson is the spirit of the Lord is starting to shut things down. And you know, we were, before the cameras went live, we were just, you know, conversating and reflecting on how, you know, this is the third time that the elder apostle Tahar talked about, you know, the Chicago camp in general, all right, which has pretty much set the whole spirit of the whole Midwest, of all the camps, in motion, all right, and how, hell, in Chicago we used to have 10 8-hour camps, all right, we were out there 30 below zero, you know, 20 below zero, we were out there for, you know, for hours, and that was just normal for us. All right, and there's all this, you know, and this is you know, 16 years, almost, yeah, a little over 16 years at this point of the Chicago camp, and you know, and now we watched it go from 8 hours to 6 hours to 4 hours to now we're under 2 hours. Even the main camps, you know, a 2-hour camp is a long camp now. Yep. All right, so the point is that the door is starting to close. The Lord is starting to close this thing. So now, you know, you got to seek him, someone to grab that while he's still available, because, you know, what that's telling me is what I've heard the apostle and other brothers say, all right, is that he believes, and I as well, I believe that all the elect are sealed. It's just that the last few prophecies that are all in play on top of that. Right. It's not that we're just waiting for them to come. They're actually in play. World War III is in play. It's begun. All right, World War III is happening. That shit is going down. All right, the MOTB is in motion. That shit is going down. All right, and so now what we're looking at is all the you know, the vocab Malones with the demonization. How many of you brothers saw the clip of vocab, this video that he's advertising that he's going to do? Said they caught him when they caught him, he was looking at a GMS video.
Yeah, I saw.
All right, and then they have some grinning ass nigga, and they got Osama bin Laden face. How Osama bin Laden face don't go with ours in any way, form, or fashion. The men of the Great Millstone, nor any of the Israelites that I know, acknowledge or deal with Islam, except maybe IUIC, because they're actually, I think on their 501c3 charter, they're labeled as an Islamic group. Right. All right. The Israelites are completely and 100% against Islam. We have nothing to do with them. Our power is Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? We don't pray to Allah. Allah is not even a God. It's just a title. It's a name. All right? So that doctrine has absolutely nothing to do with us. And this man is once again trying to put that fraud. So that comes the slandering, you know, and them trying to actually...
Yeah. Well, it's the revelation, like it says, the accuser of thy brethren.
God.
And that's how we know that this dude is a devil, man. Because when you go into that word accuser in the Greek, it's categoreo, which he's trying to put us in this category of the T word, man. God. And you got Israelites sitting down with this dude. Yeah, I was kind of offended. You didn't give me a hug. What the fuck you want a hug from the devil for, man? This dude who's trying to place us as domestic teas, man.
Right.
He's building a case against us, man.
Exactly.
But guess
You
what?
wanna
The Lord, guess what? The Lord's doing the same thing to his red ass.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
see? How you like them apples?
Yep.
Here it is. We in a war, man. And you got guys that sitting down with this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what
The
the
damn
fuck?
devil.
Imagine we in the battlefield, man, and some nigga that's supposed to be on your side sitting down having tea and biscuits with this nigga that you like. Come on, bro.
You just shot some of your brothers yesterday, and you want to break bread with them.
But that's how it happened. That's how remember the guy Cypher? He ordered steak. He sat down with
Matrix.
you know.
Con. This is Revelation 12 and 10. You caught it. I'll just pull it up. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and the strength and the kingdom of our power.
And that's what's hurting this devil, man. That's what hurting all these devils, starting with the elites on down. Because our kingdom is coming, man. You see, our reward is right there. It says that we shall reap in due season if we faint not, man. Right. Our salvation is nearer than what we believe, as the scripture said, you know.
And the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuses them before our power day and night.
Yep.
So day and night they lie on us. In the media, they lie within history. I was watching some bug that ass channel on TikTok, where this dude he puts up all that racist, Edomite, racist, Nazi, KKK propaganda that's completely not true and false history about Jake. That that we're killing everybody, we're raping all their women. That's all. His whole channel is nothing but that. They're not built. They've never had any society. They're not built for leadership. They're violent. They need to be controlled. The best time in America was during the Jim Crow. That was the safest time in America. Why? When you could just rape, rob, and murder us, and the cops wouldn't even come to your house to pick you up. Matter of fact, they'd meet you at the diner and buy you a drink. Pay for your meal.
And it's funny because example. I was telling bro, as an example of his hypocrisy. When it come out of them, you can't label them all the same. But when it comes to Jake, you will put everybody in the same category. Right. Y'all like this. It's in your DNA.
Yeah.
You're just niggers.
Yeah, the guy who made all the people drink all that Kool-Aid.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
That was a white guy.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he was talking about the violence that Jake's commits. And I remember reading an FBI statistic a couple years back that said that 71% of white police officers that are killed in the line of duty are killed by other so-called white men.
Mm-hmm.
All right, somebody can pull it up. I'm sure it's still there. But yeah, and it's probably even higher now because they're the only ones who have the gall for the most part to even go against the police. Now, Jake has that spirit as of lately, where they're taking out cops, all right? But that's because of the time that we're in. But when you look beyond what's been happening as of lately, when cops die in the line of duty, it's usually at the hands of someone who's white.
Yeah, like all them cops years ago when they had that big shootout in L.A. and them guys had their body armor.
2 men against 70 L.A. police officers and SWAT.
That's right.
And them 2 dudes fucked them up.
Yep.
A lot of you brothers are too young to remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
But it was 2 guys that they made video games behind that shit. A lot of these video games where they wearing the helmet looked like a medieval helmet with the metal and the big heavy shit. They got that from them 2 dudes who went against the whole. What they did, that big 2-ass swole up ass bodybuilder, right. Powerlifter dudes. Put on body armor, had AK-47s and a shitload of ammo and fully automatic AKs. Went against basically the whole LA police department and they SWAT team and fucked up everything and everybody.
They made a movie about it.
Yep, that shit was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Yeah.
All right.
It might be what inspired Rampage too.
No, I doubt that. But nevertheless,
The movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
but nevertheless, man, those were white guys.
Yep.
Because they're the only ones that really do that. So they like to, like he said, categorize and put us in these and try to put us in these groups. All right, and we haven't done any of those things because when you start looking at the statistics of who's committed the violence, who's actually killed people, it's only white nationalists. All right, the Black Panthers they never kill people, attack people like that at all.
They wouldn't have got away with it.
But all these white groups have. The KKK actually have bombed churches, killed people, raped people, burned people, destroyed property, and all of those groups.
Right.
All right, But no Hispanic groups, no black groups, have been guilty of any of that. All right? That's just a fact. Did anybody find that statistic before we bring out the next scripture?
Nah, they kind of hiding it. I had seen, so I had something.
Yeah, a lot of things that we pulled up in the past, they disappeared. There's a lot of things that we used to Google and search and pull up. They made a lot of shit go away.
Yeah, like the worth of the Rothschilds.
Yeah, and that false number about 13% too.
Right.
I had an article from that FBI that was pulled up. That I pulled up. I'm trying to find it again now, but it had said like the offenders of people who killed police. And they said 16 of them, 16% or something like that was black/African American. 15% was white/African American. And they said 35% ethnicity not identified. How the fuck you don't identify the ethnicity? I don't know, but that's what they putting in the report.
Yeah, so everything's changed, but it was an FBI report, and this was about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And they told you that 71% of white, so-called white police officers that are killed in the line of duty were killed by other white men, were murdered by other white men. That was in their own statistic.
I had another
Go ahead,
statistic
bring
for
out
you.
what you got.
This going into what you were saying about how the so-called white man, the Edomites, they are the true T's that's in the society today. I just Googled how many people the Christians killed during the Crusades, and it says approximately 1.7 million people were killed by the Crusade, died as a result of the Crusades, which took place in 9 separate campaigns from 1095 to 1291 Common Era. So that's just showing you right there that they've always been the one that do the things that they try to accuse other people of doing, man.
Well, let's do something better. Look up the numbers from World War One and World War Two, and that's not even counting Korea and Vietnam. So keep those numbers in your mind too.
I found this one.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the Daily News. Yes, here. Hold on. It says Daily News. It says, King, white men kill more American police than any other groups this year, but conservatives won't address the facts.
You see that? That's what they do. They duck and dodge the truth, and they use the media as a weapon. All right? Send that article to me, because as well, I'm going to actually do a lesson on it. I'll mention it later.
That blue wall of silence.
But go ahead and bring it out. Go ahead and read it, brother. Break it down.
You got it?
Yeah. This is the Daily News. Just keep reading down. It says, would it shock you to learn that the number of police who's been shot and killed in 2016, this is an article from 2018, by the way. It says it's up an astounding 59% from where it was the same date last year. 17 police officers have already been shot and killed in 2016 by mid-May. Only 10 had suffered that fate by May 2015 of the previous year. Says the drastic increase shocked the hell out of me. While I primarily track, study, and report the number of people killed by police, I still follow police fatalities closely. It says, it's telling me to log in now.
Yeah, it's blanking me too.
Yeah, they want to give you no more.
Yeah.
I was also Googling violent crimes, because I remember a couple years back you went into how over 60 to 70% of violent crimes are committed by Edomite males.
Yeah.
So while they want to put Jake as the face of violent crimes, of murder and aggravated assault and all these different rape, right? Esau Edom is the one that's leading the league in all violent crime statistics, man. This nigga is the MVP.
Yeah, this guy, Captain Terror. This is the guy, one of the guys on TikTok that has all these videos, that has all this bogus. And one out of every 4 Swedish women will be raped by Muslim immigrants. The majority of the immigrants are from the Muslim with the MUZZ.
Okay.
All right, countries with misogynist identity. They just showing you little pretty white girls in train cars surrounded by, look like she getting hot and ready for a bukkake to me. But nevertheless, all your Riley Reeds out there. Did nobody twist Riley Reed's arm? They got white women running, and this dude, and while he's spewing his madness, all right. You see, while he's spewing his madness, he's putting up this artistry, and so his whole channel is dedicated to attacking people of color, mainly Jake. All right, and all they're doing, you know, all he's doing while he's doing that is that's called projection. Because somebody looked that word up. That's what Esau does. As a matter of fact, that's what Amalek does over there in Western Asia to the Palestinians. He projects what he's doing onto himself. We was riding on the way here and saw a big sign on the highway talking about stop, you know, anti-semantics.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you know, and the truth is that as if they're really being oppressed and mistreated by the world, which is the complete and total lie. The only place that's really happening is in the media. It's not happening for real. But flip side of the coin is that because of their shenanigans, the world really is starting to look at them differently. They're actually getting, so that's the catch-24. I mean the catch-22. They actually are going to what they've been pretending and like they've been the victims of. Eventually, that's actually going to happen. Exactly.
This is a projection. You know, regular Google Dictionary, Oxford Languages. I'm gonna jump to definition 3. It says the presentation or promotion of someone or something in a particular way. Now I'm gonna jump down to one of the definition 3 B. It says the unconscious, in this case, is conscious with Esau Edith. He knows what he's doing. You know, he ain't doing it unwittingly or unknowingly. It says the unconscious transfer of one's own desires or emotions to another person. This is what this devil is doing, man.
Wow.
You know, his own violent nature and his devilish lust. He project that upon Jake as Jake is the evil or Jake is the wicked of society, which these niggas is wicked. Don't get it twisted. But Esau Edom is the wicked, man.
Right.
Yeah, why you thinking?
And he's still the best at it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like movies like New Jack City, Am I My Brother's Keeper? Or then they called that one dude Kane? Was that a gangster movie? Mr. Society. They called him Kane. He projects himself. You know?
Yeah.
Nigga, you Kane. You was Kane. You know.
I got one. This is the book of St. John, chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, which is talking about that projection, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Yeah, so Esau's the biggest liar. Every time he opened his lips, shit falleth from it.
As soon as they be
Right.
born, as the scripture says.
I got
Okay.
another pretty decent definition.
Bring it out, brother.
This is a projection. I'm gonna just go to verse 6 as it pertains to psychology. A belief or assumption that others have similar thoughts and experiences to one's own, including making accusations that will more fittingly apply to the accuser.
I like that definition. Send that to me, Bob. All right, I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings with that, Lord's will. All right, and that's because that is exactly what they do. All right, that is exactly what they do. Matter of fact, read that again, brother. That was.
This is a accuser in it's a dictionary app that I have, but definition 6, as it pertains to psychology, a belief or assumption that others have similar thoughts and experiences to one's own, including making accusations that would more fittingly apply to the accuser.
The small hats do that daily. And that biggest weapon is the media. They do that daily, and now they've been found out, all right, which is why they're in a conundrum. They're falling apart, all right? That the house divided cannot stand, all right? Because what's happening is that they were the ones who set up the ICC, all right, those international courts, all right? They set them up, and now they're starting to look bogus to the whole world now that they've been found guilty. And countries are saying that they're going to enforce it.
Right.
All right, because it's like we're looking real. It's like, you know, it's just like how the justice system fails Jake all the time. All right, you set up these laws that you will enforce against Jake, but you don't enforce these laws against the pale people of this country. It's a double standard. It's like, well, wait a minute, this guy committed. We're both sitting in court. We did the same crime. And he did it even more and worse than I did, but I get the brunt of the You know, and this guy gets a smack on the hand at probation.
Draconian law.
You know, it's like, huh? What the hell?
Draconian law.
You know,
with extreme prejudice against the so-called Negro and Latino here in America. Extreme prejudice. Like you said, and you said that, and I've watched that. I've watched Edomite when I was living out there in the western suburbs, and had to go to Kane County courts and whatever the case might be for traffic shit, and they smacked this motherfucker on the hand and tell me I gotta give him 15 days and this, that, and the other and shit like that. Like, damn.
I got a precept for you, Paul.
Bring it out, brother.
This Psalm 73, verse 5.
I was
It says,
thinking it.
they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And that's Esau Edom, man. He always get a slap on the wrist. And he the one that's committing all the crimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
This man is a complete devil.
Yeah.
It say verse 6. It say, therefore pride compass them about as a chains, and violence cover them as a garment. And that's what it is. They kill and destroy and act like they ain't even did nothing, man.
They hold themselves not guilty.
Yeah.
You know?
And hold themselves not guilty.
I got that article where you want the statistics of World War One and
Yeah.
World War II. They say, according to the most estimate, World War One resulted in death of around 8.5 million soldiers, while World War II saw significantly more casualties, which an estimate 50 million military personnel killed in combat alone.
And they didn't even mention the civilians.
Well, I got that.
But that's what I got down here.
Con.
It's an estimate to be 10 million military deaths, 7 million civilians deaths, 21 million wounded, 7.7 million missing or in prisons. Over 60 million people died in World War II. Estimate death range from 7 to 80 million.
Yeah.
38 to 55 million civilians were killed, including 13 to 20 million from war-related disease and famine.
So you add the World War I to that, and that was Edomite on Edomite crime for the most part.
Absolutely.
And so we're looking at well over 100 million people that died.
Easily.
Facts.
But for some reason, only 6 million matter.
Yep.
Fuck the rest of them.
Yeah.
Fuck the other 90-something million people.
That's
Right? We'll just roughly estimate 100 million. Fuck the other 94 million. Only this 6 million matter. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
No, ain't no anti-semantics over here, man.
Yep.
All right?
And according to their own records, it wasn't even 6 million on the record to be in all of Europe.
Yeah, that was in, and we used to have that record. I wish I still had it. But it was from a 1939 JOO-ish almanac.
Yep.
And it said that it was almost 2.9 of them in the region. So I don't know how it was almost the water. It was, you know, right, the anti-semantics. But it said it was almost 2.9 million of them there. So how did you go in 1939? So how the fuck did you get up to that many being dead, the number that they've given, when it was only almost 2.9 million? That was including children. So that means that everybody would have had to have, all the adults would have had to have 3 or 4 more children.
Right.
To make that happen, and then still be enough of them left to be all over the place.
Right.
So the numbers nothing adds up with them.
They
And
said population went up.
they write laws and shit, when you bring out these facts and when people question you. Because they're steady trying to make 3 plus 3 equals 7.
Now you anti-Semitic when you question
No,
that.
semantics, brother, anti-semantics.
Semantic, yeah. Now
I got
you
something.
Go ahead,
question
brother.
they-
Con, this Revelation 6 and verse 3, it says, and when I opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that he should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
And that great sword is his weaponry and his technology, which I was watching early this morning when I woke up and couldn't fall back to sleep. A live show of Putin boldly boasting on how his these Orion or whatever they call these particular missiles,
Okay.
He was boldly sitting up there telling you, oh yeah, there's nothing that can stop them. There's currently nothing on the earth that could defend against thee. And so they sent a very, slap in the face, not like this, to the West. Basically, they went by and they bit slapped every Western country. They just went across the room and back slapped every one of them. Yeah. Right? And what you gonna do about it? Right. And what they do, nothing. Set the ass down. Right.
Want something as old man? No.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how you know that's Esau, man, because that was a blessing given to him by Isaac, which is a sword. Man.
By the sword he shall live. Somebody grab it. Bring it out, brother.
Genesis 27:40. And by that sword thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it should come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. So they were promised that they would have the power to live by the sword, and they broken the dominion. All right, and now they have the dominion. Somebody grab Daniel 4:17. All right, this base piece of shit, Job 9:24, is ruling over the people. That's why the whole world is mourning. Somebody could grab that as well.
I got that.
Okay.
The whole world is in mourning because the wicked are in rulership.
That's right.
All right.
I got that.
Whatever, bring them all out, brother.
This is the book of Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men."
And so why would he say that? That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, but yet he set up over it the basis of men. Well, because the Lord rules through men. His will is done. Somebody get that in a dream, that he set up their instruction. Because you think that these people are just making. That's why every decision and everything that Esau's doing looks retarded, because it keeps bringing you closer and closer to WW3, and you have to understand, it is not to the benefit of the Democratic Party. It is not to the benefit of Bibi Milikowski, also known as Netanyahu, for Trump to get into office and World War III not be full blown. Because if you see that he already fucked up the ceasefire. All right, they had a ceasefire, and it says for when there be peace and safety, because he is in trouble and is a wanted criminal now.
Right.
Who has multiple he can't travel.
Right.
He can't leave. And Trudeau up in Canada, along with other EU NATO partners, said he's gonna enforce it.
If he touched down here,
He's like so if he touched down in Canada, we're arresting his ass.
That's right.
All right. So what's that's telling me is that there's no way you could be the chosen. You can't be the people of the Lord. All right. But bring out those scriptures. Job 9.
I got it. This is Job 33 and verse 15 says, "In a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man."
There you go. So the Lord directs you to where you're going. He gives you dreams all the time. You don't even always remember your dreams. I had a crazy ass dream the other night that I was watching sharks hunt people from under the water. I was watching big ass great white sharks hunting people on Earth. People that's on the concrete, and so they in the ocean, but they hunting people. It's like they could see through the earth, through the concrete, and they following the person. And when they got to a proper place, the lions would come out. I mean, the sharks would come out the water and turn into lions, and then chase these people down and rip them to pieces. This is some weird ass. And I was like, what the fuck? That's some scary ass shit, man. And then it would run back to the water and turn back into a shark and swim. Like, what the fuck? And I just woke up. I'm just watching these damn. It's like I was seeing through their eyes.
Wow.
They're swimming along. Like, yeah, I got him. He the one. He just swimming. And then he come out the water. And, damn. All that motherfucking rip them apart, eat them, and run back to the water, man. It was the craziest shit, man. So, point is that you make people say, I never have dreams. We all dream.
Yeah.
You dream every night, man. You just don't always remember your dreams.
Right.
I got it.
All right? Bring it out.
This Sirach 40. Let's see. Yeah, this Sirach 40 and verse 1. It says, great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam from the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things, which is the earth. It says their imagination of things to come, and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. From him that sitteth on a throne of glory unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes. From him that weareth purple and a crown, unto him that is clothed with fine frock, wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger, strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep do change his knowledge. A little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast.
Yeah, and I've seen my dog in his sleep, barking and running and shit. Yeah. So, right on his side, running. Where the fuck you going, man? Yeah. So like you said, it happens to all flesh, man. So ain't no denying it.
That's right.
So the Lord is sealing the instruction of men in their sleep, and so these Edomites are making these crazy decisions that make absolutely no sense. That has other Edomites baffled. He's trying to get us destroyed. He's gonna start World War III. You know, and so you got some Edomites that are for it, and then you got the Edomites that are like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. So they're completely and totally divided, man. And for us, it's a beautiful thing to behold because we've been waiting for this.
Right.
Bring them out, brother. Bring them out.
And they panicking. Because what he reading is going into how the Lord plagues them with these different dreams, man.
Yeah,
you know,
they see their daughter Becky getting stroked out by chains.
Mocap see his ass in chains. Yeah. Every night, man, he wake up in cold sweats, man. He be out in the field getting his back whipped by Apostle Tahar.
He on that, right? He on that tree, like that girl in 12 Years a Slave.
Right.
Her flesh getting opened up.
Right.
He didn't meet that quota. Right. Every night this nigga wake up in a pool of sweat because he didn't meet his quota, man.
You write a rap about how bad I beat your ass, nigga.
I got a little more.
Bad. He fucked me up. Write a rap about that. Go ahead, Pop.
This is Obadiah 1, I'm starting 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, hence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So this man did all this, but like you said, his whole downfall is being set to him in his dreams, and he think that it's gonna benefit him when it's actually his motherfucking destruction.
When he reached the height of his existence.
That's right.
When he told that lie, the eagle have landed.
All right. Yeah, there it is.
When he's told that lie, and who behold themselves as the eagles, his kingdom has been dwindling ever since. Yep. All right, and now it's to the point because you know that term "Happy Days." You remember the show "Happy Days"? Yeah. All right, and in the 50s, it was set in the 50s, and that was the last great time for them. Yep. Right after World War II. Yep. All right, the dollar was the new reserve currency.
Yep.
All right, they were making all them damn babies, the baby boomers. You know, a man could go to work, and his wife could stay home. He had 2 cars. He had a boat. He went on vacation twice a year.
Steel mills was thriving because all the fucking bombing that they did all around the world.
Everybody had to rebuild.
Everybody had to rebuild, and they had the fucking steel mills to do the ship the steel all over the world for people to rebuild their motherfucking infrastructure with. So yeah, America was born.
And use our money on top of that. Buy our steel and use our money, bitch nigga. Build your shit back up. Little nigga. That was America. Yeah, little nigga, build your shit back up. Right?
Yeah, what was that old show where he was singing "Those Were the Days"?
Right.
Yeah, Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker was singing about the 50s.
Right.
That's what they were singing about.
All the family.
You know?
All the family. That's it.
They were singing about everything that happened after war, after the what was that, the 1929 when from war
Because
after that all the way up until World War II.
yeah, that was a lyric. When men were men,
Yeah.
we can use a man like Hoover again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what they were singing about. Absolutely, that time and period.
yeah. So that was the height, and at that time too, Esau still could get in his pickup truck
And run down on
with
the
his
nigga.
buddies in the back, run down, beat up a couple niggas, snatch up a couple of nigga gals, drive them out to the Forest Preserve, gang rape them, all right,
And make some strange
and
food.
leave their ass there, or whatever the fuck they did.
That's it.
And they didn't go to court. Did nobody go look? Everybody knew who did it. The niggas knew who did it. The crackers knew who did it. But nobody got in trouble. That was when America was great for them. And then they would go to the diner, and the sheriff would walk into the diner, all right, the local police, and they're gonna buy them boys some drinks and get them boys around, because they didn't want to beat the hell out them niggas and rape that nigga gal. That right.
That's it.
Gave that nigga gal the time of her life. All right, get them boys some drinks. Not, you under arrest. That's just fact. That's a uncomfortable truth, because that sort of thing went on in America for decades.
Still going.
All right.
They still doing. They got killed that boy out in Mississippi. They called his mama, talking about, hey mama, they gonna get me, and they killed him. They dug up his bones. Talking about, it's an animal gap. You follow what I'm saying? So they still, and there was a bunch of murders behind the police station. So
I just thought
these
about that.
devils have not stopped being who they are. You know what I mean? And the only reason y'all getting away with it because the Lord allowed it. So like the elders always say, so he can get that case built up against him. Y'all jeopardy is right around the corner. Those curses are coming on y'all, and y'all can't stop what's about to happen.
With Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be real bad for you Edomites. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be bad for the 2/3, but the elect is gonna be saved out of it. So we're looking forward to it.
That's right.
No,
You're the ones, like you said, they the ones that's panicking.
Right.
We're not panicking. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we just talking. Oh, so like
Go ahead, Elder.
No, I said we just talking about that in the car. On the way here, man. How Lord allowed you devils to do all this bullshit so it could be justifiable for you to get double.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's it.
The full spectrum survival this morning basically ratted himself out. Said that that you need to collect gold, you need to collect silver. Well, I don't really have silver. I have metal protection, copper shields. So we know that he's talking about bullet cases. Nigga, ain't nobody stupid.
Right.
All right.
Copper shield.
So basically, he just told you he got bullets, beans, and band-aids. All right, and he ready for you niggas and you crazy white folks. So he thinks.
Right.
All right, because the Lord gonna put a spirit on these people and turn their spirits up, man.
That's right.
So
Bring it out, brother.
this John 10:10. It says, "The thief come not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, that they might have it more abundance." And that's Esau Edom, man. If the Lord don't come back, man, the scriptures say that no flesh will be saved, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna destroy everything.
He gonna destroy everything, man. Just like in that cartoon that the elder Yeshua found a couple years ago and did that video. When it said man, and we know it should have why didn't it just say white man? Because he's the only one that ever did any of that. And then even in the cartoon, it was just them. No other people on the earth. As soon as he stepped down, he started killing shit.
Yep.
He just started killing, murdering animals, cutting down trees, and next thing you know, the earth was just a big ass trash can. With him sitting on top of the trash, lighting up a cigar.
Yep.
That was the end of it. Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is it?
Yeah, so he covered up the faces of the actual people. That same lion-ass Edomite, the Captain Terror on TikTok,
Covering caste.
You know, he's talking about how, you know, blacks have no civilization and they never ruled. Yeah, they ruled. He's talking about America, and I'm like, matter of fact, they set up America,
Right.
dumbass. All right, they ruled in Europe when they took down Rome, dumbass. There were dark people ruling Eurasia. Let's call it what it is. Before white people took it over, dumbass. All right,
Kingdoms all
you learned rulership from people of color. All right, point blank, period, man. You know, so they have these delusions of grandeur and this regurgitated false hate doctrine that they've heard from their forefathers that they just could, that I thought was dead, but clearly dumbass motherfuckers out there still believe this shit.
Yeah. Now, racism is a funny thing. It don't go
It's
away.
a hell of a drug.
It just mutates. People are people, so it doesn't go away. It just mutates. It hid itself for a little while,
And meanwhile,
it's coming, and now it's going its way back.
they divided like a son of a bitch.
That's
Because
right.
you got Europe saying Europe for Europeans, basically fuck Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
Because they got tired of him saying America first. And so now EU and NATO is at odds with each other. The EU wants to pull out of NATO and vice versa, and then they want to cut off America. And then Trump is planning all these tariffs on all these other people, including Canada. All right. Speaking of, you know what? Let me just play this. I thought it was words.
What? I've not heard anybody talking about this. What? So, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont are all talking about seceding from the U.S. to move to Canada and being the southern providence of Canada because of Trump. What?
Yeah. So that's that Newsweek article. So it's New York, Massachusetts, and Vermont.
The Eastern Coast.
All right. So there's three. All right. So those are the three states on the
Far northeastern coast.
All right. Now imagine if America lost New York. And that's two things that America can't survive without. And that's the state of California. Even though California's on the verge of doing its own thing, but you know, and they're on the way down. They probably gonna fall off into the ocean soon enough. All right, and then of course the city of New York. Maybe not so much the state, but New York, the city, the empire,
the trade capital of the world.
Look, America can't live without the. Just like New York can't live without. America can't live without Chicago. There's certain things that Chicago literally is the heart of the country.
Yeah.
Because everything passes through Chicago to get to its destinations, north, south, east, or west.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So America is the heartbeat. Chicago is the heartbeat of America. All right. And then of course you need those other main arteries, which is California and New York City. Right. Not so much the state of New York, but New York City. All right, and the surrounding areas. You know, you got Jersey and all. They need that. But if they lost the state of New York, they lose New York.
Right.
So this place, it's just a matter of time, brother.
It's ready.
And you got to understand, B.B. Milikowski, it does not benefit him to let Trump get into office. So when it says the least of the flock, what you got, brother?
Real quick, you want us to finish your statement real quick?
No, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Mark 3:24.
I'm freestyling, brother. The spirit, I ain't, none of this is planned.
This is the book of Mark 3:24. It's in if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Sorry, 23 bucks.
This is the book of Mark 3:23. It says, he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
That's the Spider-Man meme.
Yep.
All right. The devil called him the devil. You're a devil. And he looking at him like, nigga, you a devil. Right. How the fuck you gonna call me a devil? We both devils. At least I can admit it. All right. Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 25, it says, if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. It says, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end.
And see, that's what they did and how they destroyed the Israelites. All right, they look. Judah was doing better than Esau in America, even after slavery.
Right.
Many times over. Judah, whose development was completely arrested. All right, they were subjugated. What's the word that I'm looking for? They were disenfranchised.
Right.
Yet they were able to build up communities all across America where they were actually doing equal to and better than a lot of the white communities.
Black Wall Street.
Yep, that being one of the main ones. But there were other ones that even surpassed that.
And they
Right, there was one down in Carolina. I forget the name of it, and I don't recall if it was in North or South Carolina, but it was one in both. But it actually far surpassed Black Wall Street. As a matter of fact, the Black Belt here in Chicago surpassed
down on 35th
Black
King
Wall
up
Street.
there.
Right here in Chicago, the Black Belt. All right, and they all were destroyed by so-called white people. All right. And that's it. That was the year of 1919. They called it the Red Summer. So you can't tell me that every white person just decided all at the same time we're gonna attack every black community across the country all at the same year at the same time. That was an orchestrated plan, which means people within the government. And you have to think about it like this: when you look at it from a point of law, when we're talking about divvying up land. All right, homeowners and stuff like that. When you were forced out of your home because of violence from white mobs, from white racist people that were murdering and killing you, and you were forced to flee your home, right? And then they went in and wrecked your homes, and the homes that were left standing, they were able to acquire them. But that means that in order for them to take them over, that means that lawyers and judges and city council members had to sign off on documents and stuff to transfer. Wealth isn't destroyed, it's transferred.
Right.
So that means they had to rewrite up and make up new deeds and shit like that. That means that they were in on it. You understand what I'm saying?
The government.
All right. It was systematic.
Yes,
that means that the local government was in on it, which means that, and that means that this was a nationwide. So that means that before any of that happened, and this is something I've never heard anybody say. I haven't even thought about it until now. What that means is before when the Red Summer of 1919 happened, that means that a group of white men sat down.
Well, it's like Purim with Haman and how it was all written down before it was executed.
Exactly. That means that it's like Purim. That means that groups of white men sat down and decided this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna do this in the Lane. We're gonna do it in Chicago. We're gonna do it in Rosewood. We're gonna do it in Tulsa. We're gonna do it in the Carolinas and all these other cities that they did it, and all the drowned towns that's underwater right now. All right, the Lake Lanier and all the other ones that are like it. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like 20 something of them, like 20, 24, 25 of them that they did. Where black people, so-called black people, after slavery, post-slavery, had their own communities where they were thriving, their own schools, their own movie. Here in the Black Belt, they had their own schools, they had their own movie theaters, their own banks, their own grocery stores, their own drug stores, their own nightclubs and entertainment. White people were coming to the Black Belt for entertainment, and they were coming to the black banks to get loans. And they did not want to allow these so-called black people to have autonomous wealth. And so what did they do? They moved. And they started these race riots and on these bullshit allegations that some white girl look. I can go on the internet right now and find a billion porn movies where some black girls get tossed by 4 or 5 black dudes at one time, and over again, and ain't nobody raping them. All right, it's a big thing. That's a big thing. Matter of fact, that's the most popular porn. Is black men banging white chicks, second to porn to the gay shit. All right. It goes to show you that's America for you. The gay porn is that popular.
Yeah, like you said, Saquon, that's one of the land back on what the Saquon said. It was a white guy on Instagram was talking about how Jake saved America through Cadillac. It was on Instagram. When they had that Great Depression, I'm going to pull up the video in a second. They had the Great Depression. The white people lost their money. They wasn't buying cars. Because Jake couldn't put their money in the banks, they saved all their money in the mattress. And the white people came together, just like y'all said, and they bought Cadillacs and saved America through the Great Depression.
Well,
that's
see,
what Jake did.
I didn't even know that. You got to send that to me.
Yeah, it was so cold how Jake, because y'all, the Lord always worked in our favor. Y'all oppressed us to a point where we couldn't put money in the banks. They wouldn't let them put money in the bank. Like, we don't need y'all. But when they went the Great Depression, all the white people lost all their money. Cadillac, like, we going under. And so they think Jake, you know what I mean, bought Cadillacs.
Jake showed up.
He showed up
money.
Exactly. The white people like sold to twice what they would normally sell to the white people, and Jake brought Cadillac out of the fucking trenches.
So there it is, man. So, hey, Shalom, mighty man. So the point is that was an orchestrated effort, collective effort by white men and women who supported him that did that heinous act in the summer of 1919, all right, and them years shortly after, because it didn't just stop, because and they went through and they systematically destroyed all these so-called black strongholds in cities and areas in cities where they were doing well, and the next thing you know, projects went up, and ghettos were created, and families were broken up. Families were together. That was all, the black community. There wasn't no baby daddy and baby mom and all that bullshit. All that came after the fact. All right. And then after that, of course, Keisha signed on with Esau Edom. Yep. All right. And the so-called black woman sided with the enemy and helped to forward the affliction. That's why they all on the internet all day, every day talking about they sorry. The damage is done. Yeah, you can't unstab me. Yeah. You can't unshoot me. Right. It's like what would have been done if you didn't pull the trigger or didn't put the knife in my back in the first place. You can't undo that. All right. So the point is, though, is that there was no such the nigger that they love to scream out and complain about is the creation that they created. Yeah. They created the nigger in America. All right. By taking everything from him. All right. And then putting him in those damn projects to where he has a project mentality. All right. He's got a second and third class education, and he can't get a decent job, so he ends up. But then you feed him all these lyrics, but you done fed him through music and movies how to cook. All right. So what was this? How did the lyric go? You either have a wicked jump shot,
or you sling crack rock,
or you sling crack rock. There it is, man. So that was all set up by them, and now they're talking about going to war on the Northern Kingdom, on the cartels. All right, they're talking about going to war on them, but you know what though? But you're the one that opened up that highway and started that cocaine highway from the south up to the North America in the first fucking place. We've all seen Snowfall, nigga. Yeah, you did that shit. Right. You did, and that destroyed the we all saw what happened after. Well, Pops did after Vietnam when all the heroin came.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
all right.
Oh yeah.
And when all of a sudden Vietnam War was over, and all of a sudden you had a heroin addiction in the hood.
Right, that's it.
The whole Superfly time.
They showed you that in
Dead Presidents. What was that? Goldie in there.
Yep.
Them niggas.
Yeah,
the Mac.
And like you said, and propagated it through their movies and their music.
Made it cool. Had a nigga with a butt on. Yeah. That's it. Stacey Adams looking like Ice Cube.
But hey, the Mac dropped. Everybody wanted to be a pimp. Superfly came out. Everybody wanted to be a dope dealer.
Exactly.
And it escalated. By the time they got around to Scarface and New Jack City, niggas was like fucking James Cagney. I know y'all don't know who that is.
So once again, the spigger and the nigger in America is a creation of the so-called self-proclaimed white man.
That's right.
That's facts. He created that. All right? Because it's these Jewish music mongols who control that, got rid of the conscious rap. No more KRS-One. All right? Future all day. All the niggas rap about is getting high and committing adultery. All right? And then the niggas that ain't rapping about getting high and committing adultery are talking about us rapping about getting high and killing their own brothers. Yeah. I ain't never heard them talk about how we gonna, except for Dead Prez. They're the only ones said they was gonna ride on City Hall. Ain't nobody else said that. And look at Dead Prez, where they at? It's like, did he just say he was gonna ride on City Hall? That's it.
Cut.
He don't get no airplay. Give him no
Go
airplay.
ahead, bring them out, brothers.
Because I was thinking of, man, this one in
I was trying to get y'all juices flowing so them scriptures would come out.
Yeah, I got that crafty counsel.
this one in Micah, if I'm not mistaken, but it talks about how the Lord has a controversy against the land and blood touching blood. It's adultery and wickedness all running rampant, and that's a creation of Esau Edom. This is what Esau Edom has put into the black culture. See, black culture is actually Edomite culture, man.
And black meaning, one of the meanings for black is death.
Yeah,
Dog.
yeah, and that's what that devil created, man.
I got
You know,
projection again. Right back to the projection.
Yep.
Yeah.
He projects who he is.
On other people.
Or as Scripture says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor,
Yeah.
but the way of the wicked seduces them.
Just like the elder was going into this kingdom and how it's divided on all fronts. Well, when you go into history, look at all of Esau's kingdoms that he ruled in. The Greeks were divided.
Yeah.
They constantly was fighting each other over what? Territory, man.
You just watch the latest Gladiator.
Yeah. Stabbing each other in the back. All that, you know.
Eat two Brutus.
Yeah, et tu brutale.
Yeah,
Right,
and that's bullshit even within itself, because those two characters in Gladiator 2, Geta and Caracalla, they were sons of Septimius Severus, man.
So they were kind of like off aesthetically.
you know,
That was aesthetically off.
these pale-faced Edomites
Right.
and
Septimius Severus was a so-called black Roman emperor. All right, he was not a so-called white man. So why they have the Robert Downey look-alike? That dude's a great actor, though. I don't know who that dude. He appeared out of nowhere. I think he got his chance because he looked like Robert Downey Jr. But that's the third movie I seen him in. That dude can act his ass off. But go ahead, brother.
I had that precept that the elder brother just quoted. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, starting at 1.
Hosea.
It says, "Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land."
You see, and why is that? You know, there's no knowledge of the Lord in the land. Esau has turned, you know, the Bible into a weapon against our people, man.
That's it. Changed the names and the whole deal. So
Christianity was worse than heroin after Vietnam War, than crack in the 80s.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, like you said, and they couldn't read it. They couldn't even read the Bible. You got caught reading the Bible, you put to death and whatnot. So and then they was taught what they was taught, and skewed the name and shit. And said no, we definitely can't let you have the name.
Yeah, and, under the guise of Christianity,
right?
They'll tell you to turn the cheek when it comes to an Edomite. What a couple years back, you had that Edomite go into that church, smoke all the niggas down, and then the next day well, we forgive him for what he did, but then you got the nigga that'll go into the hood and shoot a bunch of people. Now somebody need to do something about
Put
this.
him in the ground.
Need to do. So when it comes to somebody of your own color, man, you ready to drop the hammer on him. But when you look at an Edomite and he's done worse crimes, and you ready to turn the cheek, as they say.
Yeah,
you know.
Didn't they kill that little Edomite in prison?
Dylan Root.
Yeah,
They beat his
didn't he
ass.
get beat to death? That's what I thought.
They just beat him up.
I thought he got beat to death. Somebody check to see. I think that he gone.
But yeah, but like you said, you said that, and it's funny, like you said, and that's even propagated or pushed in the fucking music. What Snoop Dogg say years ago: if a nigga try to get at you, pop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
But if a nigga, if the cop roll on you, park it like it's hot.
Yeah, you humble yourself for the white man.
Right.
You know.
Right. Humble yourself for Esau, but kill your brother. Yeah, Snoop was a straight up bitch for that one.
Yeah, and these things is all systematic. Just what the elder was speaking about. I want to pull up this Psalms 140, and I want to read down a little bit. Psalms 140 and 1. This is a Psalm of David. It says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man." And we know who that is, man. The man who took peace out of the earth, as the brothers read earlier in Revelation 6, who was given a great sword as his blessing.
The man of perdition.
You know, so everything he would get, he was given the dew of heaven. How would he obtain that? Through the sword. What does that look like? Well, we see it. Starting with the Greeks on all the way to today. You know, we see the results of that, right? It says, verse 2, "Which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war." And that main war is against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, to keep you away from your power, to keep you away from the true understanding of the scriptures. Verse 3, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips, Salah. So their words turn into laws and regulations. And these are things that are set up against us, man, in the society. You know, along with their slander, their categorization, you know, where they setting up that projection, where they set up Jake as the face of sin, you know.
That's why it says truly, because see, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. I remember that video you played. It was a white guy. He said the best kind of fights are the ones that they don't know they're in. The nigga jumped out the bush.
He said, I like it best when my opponents don't know they're in a fight.
Right.
That's Esau.
That's our people that don't know.
Right. Yeah. You don't know you're in a fight, you go to shake his hand. This nigga start doing moves on you and shit. Yeah, he was jumping niggas from the back and shit.
Yeah, you know.
Coming out the bushes on us. He said, yeah, that's how I keep my undefeated record high. My opponents don't know they're in a fight.
Yeah. Who was that motherfucker, Charles, whatever his name, the motherfucker was going around sneaking motherfuckers, act like, you know,
I know you're talking about. He'll just run up on niggas.
Yeah. He'll walk up to a motherfucker and whatnot, and say he want to box or want to fight or whatever, and still on him as he asking the question and some shit like that. And he fucked around and went into somebody's gym, and the motherfucker beat the brakes off his ass.
Black nigga. That's why somebody recognize this nigga.
Yeah, absolutely.
Walk your ass over here if you want to.
He got the blouse put on his ass. Then the nigga tried to run out the ring. The motherfucker chased him out the ring and choked his ass out.
That's what the fuck he getting.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say, surely in vain is the net spread in the sight of any bird. See, we see the trap, man. We know who our enemy is. We see his moves. We know what the scriptures are going to say before you do it. You move into the tune of prophecy, man. You got to dance to this, man. You know, everything the Lord said you're going to do, everything we, through the Spirit of the Lord, said you're going to do, you've been doing. You know?
He keeps doing it because why? The Lord is controlling him. Yeah. He has no control over himself. This is Numbers 33, 35, and 30. Yeah. It says, whoso killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death, but by the mouth of witnesses, but one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. So the point being is that if you murder someone, your sentence is death. Jumping down to 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. So if you're murdering people and their blood spills, that land is now defiled. So you went and built houses and shit and banks and insurance companies. All right, on stolen murder. You killed people, buried them on their own land, and then used their trees to build your houses and your furniture. Wow. All right? Yep. And move exactly. That's exactly what and then their family members is left. You sell their own trees to them. Because they got to buy trees, wood for furniture. You selling it to them now. All right? But it says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. Christians. Yeah. All right? And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So only the blood shedder, and that's Esau Edom. All right? Read about, about all the cleansing of the West. The extermination of Gad, of taking the West, and how many pastors were involved in these Calvaries. All right, these Captain so and so, Captain Pastor. What? Yeah. Did I read that right?
Yeah. Blessing their endeavors.
Right. Is there, almost all of Colorado, the whole of Colorado. All right. They raped, robbed, and murdered and pushed all them people off their land. Attack villages and attack women and children, put them all to the sword, and then built shit on their houses and homes, and now sell their trees to them. You need a bed, you got to come to my store. You right? You need a couch, a chair, you got to come to my store. That's on your land. All right? Come buy your own shit on your land, little nigga. That's Esau, man. All right?
I got you back you up real quick. Lamentations 5:4 says, we have drunken our water for money, and our wood is sold unto us.
Damn. That's it.
Yeah. The Encomienda, or is that Encomienda? That's what I think Cristobal Colon was doing.
Oh, Encomienda.
Yeah. He was making them get gold, cutting their nose off, cutting their ears off, stuff like that. If they didn't have the.
If they didn't get enough, because he had to pay the crown. So he wanted them to get enough so that he could get his cut.
Right.
All right. Because I actually got a book that I desperately been trying to find. I don't remember which book it was in. I've actually looked for it a couple times. But it's a letter that was written by Diego Colon, Cristobal Colon's son, aka Christopher Columbus' son. But it was a letter written to his lawyer, right, about suing the crown to get money for his family, because basically Cristobal Colon pretty much died broke. They made him a criminal. In the end, he ended up being a criminal and dying broke.
That was good for him.
Yeah, he ended up dying broke, and his son was a bitch nigga crying about, I need to get all that money. My daddy conquered everything for you. He, look at all the slaves and the power you have because of him.
Hey,
all right.
Hey,
and I get nothing. He was trying to sue, so he's trying to get lawyers to sue the crown to get money. So fuck you, Diego Colon. You're going into slavery too.
Two-time loser.
Right. Precept for you this.
Right. You didn't get the gold then. You're gonna get some bling, nigga. It may not be the bling you was looking for. But you're gonna have some bling. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. Right, that's that perpetual hatred, going back to the Greeks, even going all the way back to when Jacob and Esau were born.
Well, shit, as of recently, after slavery. Look at, we just talked about it, all the drowned towns and all the blood, the Red Summer.
There was no be slavery.
The Devil's Punch Bowl, exactly.
That was after slavery.
That was after slavery, man. They talk about the sweetest peaches you ever could taste grow there. Right? Well, because we now know what the fertilizer was.
Right. And they showed that in the Fear the Walking Dead when they wanted their land back. Gad wanted their fucking land
back. Yeah, I love that.
Ooh. Man, that shit was heavy.
That was heavy how they did that one Edomite.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah, but it tells you I did a lesson on that. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it said that was at Genesis 49, But yeah, there's a scene where this Edomite is sitting there, he practically dead.
Yep.
But he's still talking. He's sitting in the chair and he's been scalped. And the fucking crow is picking at his brain.
Wow.
And pulling pieces of his brain out.
Yeah.
And he's just reciting some shit over and over again. And then when they come to pull him out the chair, Gad come out. Gad had scalped his ass. Yeah. And left him there for dead, was letting the crows eat on his fucking brain. And
shit.
So, hey, but that was a fitting death for that damn devil.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Yeah.
Get James 2:13. You're gonna get no mercy for what you did, man.
That was
right?
heavy. That one Edomite who
brain for birds.
The one Edomite who had the wrench, he I forget the nigga Nick, when he digged up the ground and digged up the fucking heads of the dude's father. Skeleton, he was showing his perpetual hatred because he was trying to put that in Nick. Nick ended up popping his ass. Like, he put his ass to death because he saw how evil he was. Like this was they shit,
you
man.
A sick motherfucker. Yeah. Now I know why these niggas is fighting us so.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. He's like, damn, you doing this type of shit to them, you wonder why they keep attacking us.
Exactly. That shit was bogus, man. So he said, no, this that sick fuck father. He like, his uncle was the one who was coming after me. Like, I'm like, damn, so you just... So yeah, man, he deserved that. Just shows you Esau hatred. They put it in the shows.
Yep.
They don't hide it from you, and then they show you how they did fucking Gad.
Hey,
they did Gad dirty, man.
They just did this
real dirty. And Reuben.
They just did this in the movie, didn't they? They gave him a piece of shit land, and then found out there was oil underneath it, and then took the land back.
Right, you gave me land that don't shit grow on. All right, it's all fucked up. And then when you find out there's oil on it. Now you trying to come and take that from me. Right. I can't even keep my shack with no running water in it. You want to take that from me.
Exactly.
It's different movies. They showed you that in The Revenant with Leo a couple years back, man. You had them French Edomites that the Gadites made treaties with.
Right.
And then come to find out, because when you watch that movie, you had Gadites, you had the chief Gadite throughout the whole movie. He was searching for his daughter that was kidnapped. And they made it seem like the English had kidnapped her when really it was the French the whole time, and those devils was helping him look for his daughter.
Damn.
And they the ones that kidnapped her.
So they knew where she was at.
Yeah, it's showing you that it don't matter what language they speaking, they all devils, man.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, even when the elder mentioned Putin, how he was up there boasting like you can't touch this. Well, in the book of Psalms, it talks about the wicked and how he puffeth at his enemies. See, what we're seeing is Esau, Edom puffing at each other, man. Two proud ass Edomites, man. America and Russia, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Putin's strutting around like a peacock right now with his feathers out.
Right.
All right.
Yep. And it's of the Lord who is juicing these devils up. You know? To have this mighty showdown, man. It's gonna be beautiful to witness.
Yeah.
When will we have that number, man?
Yeah, and when what's beautiful to watch too is the humility, the unwilling humility that's being shown by Americans, realizing that the Russians are actually missile technology is more powerful than theirs. Because I remember having arguments with niggas in the world trying to explain it on the Russian technology, and this was 10, 12 years ago. Telling them now the Russians got missile technology is superior to America's. You know, no, there's nobody can ever beat America. That shit ain't doing. Like, and now, damn nigga, you was right.
Now they want a deal, huh? Now they
Fuck
just.
Nah, them niggas don't want a deal.
All right.
I got that James.
They want another weed, another joint.
Too
Nigga,
late.
when you ready to come to the bar and get on these hoes with me, let me know. Or come to the bar and get the hoes for me, because that's all I was good for them niggas. Bringing the women in, but go ahead, brother.
This that James 2:13 you call for?
Con.
James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that he hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
So you gonna get mercy, none, zero, mercy negative. All right. Your mercy gonna be salt in your open wound. You're gonna get hit, get cut open in the salt. Right in that shit, right. I have salt in one hand, open your shit up and toss it in there. Real quick.
The way you betray Jake, man, that's what's coming upon you. In that movie, Menace to Society, that nigga was all fucked up. He said, "You need some help, homie." Right. And what did he do to him, man? Well, that's what's gonna happen to Esau, man. He's gonna be in his lowest state, hurt, fucked up. My brother gonna come through. You need some help, devil, and then fuck you up more, man.
Yeah.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, and now I start at verse 4. It said, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Can you start up, brother?
Yes, sir.
Let's start at 1. Bible Sure.
Revelation 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen.
Fallen. That's past tense. You see? So these things has happened in the spirit already, man. And we're just playing catch up to it. You know? You just like you wanna.
No, I'm co-signing you, brother. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, you know, because I wanted to hear that part, man. That gives joy in my spirit to know that even though I'm still seeing this place, man, it's gone already, man.
If I die tomorrow, I know that this is going to happen. I'm going to go to the spirit world smiling.
Yeah.
I'm actually living to see the downfall of my enemies.
Yeah.
I prayed for this. You know? I said, Lord, please, just let me, if you're going to take me, let me see them fall first. And even better, can let me take at least about 150, 200 with me.
What that nigga Thanos say, man, he said, I'm an inevitability.
Inevitable.
You know? That's the fall of America, man. That's you going into slavery. It don't matter how many precepts you think you can find in a book vocab, nigga. It's not going to change your judgment, dog.
That's right. No.
You know, you scouring the book. Oh, Gentiles here, strangers. What about these strangers? Oh, he answering the same question for 10 years.
Look the word up. If you just look up the word, it's going to tell you. It answered itself. So stop trying to make some shit that ain't some shit, man.
Every 3 years, this nigga come back across stranger. What about this stranger? It's the same answer 3 years ago.
Like I said, nigga, not like this, like this. Read it, brother.
Revelation 18:2 again. And he cried with a mighty and strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen and has become the habitation of devils.
So I let you know it gotta be another Babylon, man. They ain't talking about ancient Babylon, bro.
That Babylon is still standing.
Exactly.
And ain't all nations there either.
Exactly.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Alphabet shit. Weird shit. Read.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All the nations are not following after ancient Babylon, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nobody's following after their ways. Ain't nobody wearing habibs and garments and shit, man. Read.
Suit and ties and shit.
Exactly.
And the
all fucking faces.
Mm-hmm.
Grown ass man, 70 years old with a bald ass face, looking like a straight up pedo.
I used to say we used to call
like
that
you about
shit
to
the
touch
race.
somebody's skin when they ain't looking. All right,
This nigga
fruit.
Denzel old as fuck. You know, I kissed a man that was deleted.
Yeah,
deleted face ass nigga. Why, nigga?
Why did you even
that
promote
nigga
it?
deleted?
Right.
Yeah, so why did you feel need to big up that shit?
Right, nigga, did you juggle his balls too?
Like, what was the point of that, bro?
That's what I was saying.
It don't matter. Fuck that.
Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard
the word the nations ain't becoming rich off Iraq.
Exactly.
You know, so this is a clear tell sign of what this prophecy is speaking about. It's talking about America. And when you Google the number one importer nation, if that's the word that I'm trying to say, but America is the number one nation that imports all goods from all countries.
Exactly. They're not exporting.
Yeah,
They used to export, but they don't export anything.
Yeah,
You can't consume your way to wealth.
Yep.
You can export your way to wealth, but you can't consume your way to wealth. And they made the Americans, because you know why? Because the economy is built for the little people to work just enough for them to live so they can keep consuming and keep the elites super wealthy. As simple as that. That is what capitalism is. Along with all the alphabet and pedophilia shit that goes with it. Go
And
ahead.
just to prove what the elder brother just said, I just Googled number one import nation. What country is the number one importer? It says the United States is the world's largest importer of goods, followed by China and Germany. Just to prove what the elder brother was just saying.
Right, and China's exporting probably just as much.
Right.
But America's not.
GMP.
Because the people not even really buying American. What people buy from American cars is like luxury cars, exotic cars. They're not buying like everyday cars and shit. People, when they're buying them from China and from Europe.
Right.
All right, from
Korea.
China and the other part of Asia.
Right.
The fucking Europe shit. Go ahead.
I got the steal real quick.
Go ahead.
It's from usafacts.org. It goes into USA Facts. It says the U.S. imported $4 trillion in goods and services in 2022, the highest amount on record, and nearly $300 billion more than 2021.
Damn.
It says of this 3.3 trillion came from imported goods. It says the U.S. imported goods from every country in 2022. So this is how these merchants, these different nations, are becoming rich off America, man. You know, so this is how we know who this Babylon is speaking about. You got it,
When
man.
you read down inside, they're gonna be crying because they make money off this place.
Yeah.
They're gonna be crying to struggle.
When you got all the goods and services stacked up and no place to send it. The places you was about to send it to, you just about to get that check. Get that deposit, and all of a sudden they go up in smoke. You no, right?
Revelation 18:3 again. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Right. So these little bitches around the world got Instagrams and OnlyFans and shit, just like American hoes.
Yeah.
All right. Some brother was telling me earlier, I think it was Yachty, how he was explaining how this one ball player is making 35 million shooting ball, and the damn OnlyFans bitch is making 45, 43 million showing her ass, playing with toys on camera and shit.
Yep.
All right.
There was a steal. It said that the NBA players as a whole generated $5 billion, I think it was. And then it says what women generate off OnlyFans was fucking $8 billion or something like that. So what they generate is more than the NBA. Like, come on, bro.
That's horrible.
So that means there's some bitch ass, simp ass niggas out here. Right? And they empowering these hoes just because you cute. You know, there's pretty women everywhere, man.
Yeah.
All right, but if you pretty and you got a nice body, you just gonna, flop your titties on the camera and get all the views. Yeah, I mean, you know, I ain't gonna sit up here in front like I'm not clicking on Instagram and I see some titties and I don't check them out. But I'm not looking for that shit. Neither am I trying to DL you or any of that. I ain't trying to. Right. Matter of fact, the fact that you showing your titties, it makes me not want you more.
Facts.
You know, I ain't one of them stupid niggas that's gonna be lusting for you and going broke. Trying to, you know, subscribing. Yeah, I gotta pay to subscribe to your shit, bitch. Fuck you. Right? I don't think so, man. And I don't want no woman that everybody done had and seen.
Right.
You know, that shit's not appealing to me at all, man.
Yeah, you simple, just stupid as hell.
Or have access to.
Right.
Exactly, brother.
You simple, just dumb as fuck, man. It's just some,
And that's why the Lord gonna let them all fall by the sword, man.
Yep.
And Lord's will, He actually allows us to do it. Because look, as you see, we indoors when we're normally outside. The Lord is starting to draw the spirit back, man. And so we're getting closer to time where the fishermen are gonna stop fishing and start hunting, man.
yeah.
All right, Ezekiel 9:4 is coming upon y'all last year, man.
Well, that's what I thought about when you mentioned, you know, your dream you had with the sharks and how they turned into lions on land.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, you know, it reminded me of the dream your son had years ago. You know how the lions was attacking everybody and they were running and they were baffled, like why the lions ain't attacking us. And then they looked at their reflection and seen that they was lions as well, man. You know,
That shit wild.
that's what Micah says, man. You know that remnant shall be as lions among sheep. You know.
Man, that shit wild, man.
So the Lord about to turn up his elect, man. You know, He said, I will make you a new threshing instrument having teeth. He said, I will make your horns brass and your hooves iron, man.
Yeah, like an ancient lion.
They that wait upon the Lord shall mount up with eagle's wings. I'm roughly paraphrasing, man. He shall renew his strength.
Somebody get it.
This is what Yahweh Basham Yahushua is about to do in these last days, man.
God, man, I got that for you.
You got it, brother.
This is Isaiah 40:31. But they
And yes, we believe that, man. The vocabulary. He believes that they're going to be throwing tanks and they're the whole. Yes, we believe that, man.
I smash your bitch ass with one.
Right.
King God.
Here it is. You say
That shit gonna be vocab. Ain't gonna be shit left but your hand. Right? Because you just gonna be mush.
We have a
Gonna be
vocab.
shit left. You gonna grab you by your hand.
This devil sitting here proclaiming that he believes
Tell
in
like shit left.
Oh,
You got a hand and a bone. Right? Everything just mush.
Right.
Ain't shit left to you. Right? Go pray to see if Jesus bring you back, nigga.
It's all throughout the scriptures, man. King David leaped over a wall, man. He said a bow of steel was broken by his arm.
So how you gonna read that, believe it? I mean, and read that and not believe it.
And then scoff us when we say it.
Right.
Yeah, right. It say the
When they say the one shall run through a troop. When it talks about his mighty man, one dude with one spear in the middle of 500 men, put their ass to death, man.
Yeah.
That's a straight up Jet Li shit. I wish I could have. I can picture that shit. The shit he was doing, man. The way that damn spear was spinning around his body and his neck, he just cutting them niggas down, man. 500 dudes rushing him, and everyone that run up gets slit open, man, or ran through.
In this society,
right?
it's like Buffy. It's a 5'4" bitch doing all that shit. You know, just doing all the wrong moves. Because I've been watching that show recently, and I used to watch it as a kid, but it's like, damn, they really attached our stories to something that's weaker. For one, first it'll be Esau, but then it'll be Edomite one of the black woman. Like, yeah, no, the Lord's gonna show you what it really is, man. It's not gonna be theatrics. It's not gonna be Hollywood.
And then he scoffs it. You could talk about the salvation and the miracles of the Lord, and the Lord saying you will be able to do the things that I did and greater.
But what about
all right? And then we bring out the scriptures. How you gonna get around 1 Corinthians 15, starting at verse 51, do like verse 55. Somebody grab that too. How you gonna get around that, man? All right. And then when men are damn, just running through the buildings, they making doors.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, right. Just making bam.
Yeah.
When she told that, look, I'm the juggernaut bitch.
Right.
Right. That nigga's like, I'm getting ready to leave. The door that way is one now. Right. And he just started running. He ended up on the other end of the block. And then you got people at the under of the house, at the under end of the block, looking like this.
Through what he just
looking down like, God damn, this nigga just ran through all our shit. You know?
I got that.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, starting at verse 51. It says, Behold, I shew you a mystery.
You start 50, bro?
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I shew you
his body.
Right, so because these bodies are corrupt. We've committed sin, all kind of illnesses, and this flesh can't go onto a chariot. Man.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
So what does that mean, Hocab? Hangman Malone? What does that mean, man? Right? What that means is your ass is going to the gallows just like you and your whole family.
Yep.
Just like you did in the ancient world. Go ahead.
In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible.
So what you saying that that's not going to happen? Is that what you saying? You know, Mr. Malone? Because the Bible says it's going to happen, so I believe it's going to happen.
Right.
144%.
Why would I not? Why would I not want to believe?
Exactly. Well, you know, when it doesn't benefit you.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You
True.
see, that being
Right,
an issue.
right, exactly.
But see, when it was for everybody.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yep.
All right, but go ahead.
And even the Lord's creations and the things that He created gives us an insight of that, a small insight of that, man. When you read up in that, Paul likened the transition out of this body into the next like a seed being planted.
Right.
When you plant a seed, what grows out of that ain't that seed that you planted.
Sure the hell ain't.
You know?
I got a pepper growing now. I just planted a seed just to see what would happen. And it's like, damn, this shit crazy as hell.
Yeah, it came out of that.
Right.
So Paul likened the transformation into that. You know, right now we're in seed form, so to speak, man.
Right.
You know, when Yahweh Shah returns, man, we're gonna break out of that seed, and we're gonna become, you know, that mustard plant, or you know.
Look at the difference between a caterpillar and a moth.
Right.
A caterpillar and a butterfly.
Right.
You look at them. It's like, damn. So you crawled up, balled up, and it came out with wings.
Yeah.
He mounted up.
Yeah.
Got it. I got that right there.
He mounted up. But go ahead, brother.
And then it goes into say, are you not better than they? You talk about the sparrow, you know, fall out of the sky. Are you not better than they? So look at the abilities that the Lord gave these different creatures.
Man, birds got some strange ass abilities.
He ain't gonna do that for his chosen people.
Look,
you know,
for a couple, it was like a whole winter, man. I saw this bird on a bush that I would walk by, and one of the branches was sticking through the bird's head. He's just dead, hanging there, fucking branch through his head. And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of sick motherfucker would do this shit to a bird? You know? And I never touched it. It's a dead fucking bird. And it was there all winter long. Then I happened to watch a video, and there is a bird that takes other birds and impales them on branches and leaves their ass there. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker got assassinated. He ran his beat.
Avian hitman.
Fucking assassin bird, man. Yeah, you run your beat and then he assassinates your ass. I was like, I never knew that, man. So there's all sorts of mysteries that happen all around us all the time. And look this shit up. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's called the strike bird.
The strike bird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's our name.
Yeah, that's how you know
You
the
got-
Lord
you
got
got-
Yeah, so the bird, even birds can't run their mouth, man. The bird tweet, tweet, tweet.
That's how you understand that the Lord got a hell of a personality because he created it. So,
Exactly.
So I mean, a fighting bird who think this is the most high.
And
That's
his
what they
finishing
do.
move is to impale your ass. You know, so you just hanging there dead with a fucking branch through your head. What the fuck? But God love that.
Right, that took that one off, exactly.
You know? No, vocab. Look, man, you in for it, bro. And look, and GMS hates the fuck out of you. All right? Hey, look, man, you really are. You gotta be Haman, man. I believe that. You definitely got that spirit of Haman on you, man. Trying to plot on the real Israelites, man. All right? Finish that, brother.
Yes, sir. Verse 52 again, 1 Corinthians 15:52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yep. And who was that given to? That's why we always say prophecy, man. Prophecy. Who was that given to? That wasn't promised to all the world. That wasn't promised to Ammon. It wasn't promised to Moab. It wasn't promised to Elam. That was promised unto Israel, man.
Salvation.
It's salvation and immortality all in one package, man.
All
right. And then when it breaks down how when your house shall put them crowns on us, man, we gonna be like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
With them Pringles cans. All right.
Going into what you talked about, that's the book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and verse 8. It says, in that day shall the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. Right? Or you just talked about how we see or read about King David jumping over walls.
Right.
That's the feeble among the
He said the feeble, the weakest of us gonna be like David. And David killed tens of thousands of men by himself.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
There's no man that ever breathed that was mightier than David when it came to warfare. Not a one. And he just said the weakest among us is going to be like David. The Lord said, come on, man. So what's a great strong man among us is gonna be like? If a weak man is gonna be like David, man, y'all in fucking trouble, man.
It's right. Big trouble.
All right, that's all you know. That's and then Michael coming.
Yep.
This whole creation, he been waiting this whole creation, this whole time for Daniel 12 and 1 to get that order, man. Because when I read the scriptures, I ain't found no other scripture yet. It said Michael came and dealt with the Israelites or with the people. His one purpose has been to come down here and tear shit up. So he that guy across the cage just pacing back and forth, waiting for your goof ass to come in the ring. And the Lord about to let him be ding. And that's it. Your ass is done. Read, brother.
How you just ask, what's a strong man going to be like? And go on to say, and the house of David shall be his God.
So, come on, man. So that's the 144,000, man. Which we're all hoping that we got them positions, man. And I don't care if I'm 1-4, the very last one. All right, I'll take that. Wear that number boldly. All right? Be on my garment. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's the number that give hope.
How
many times better see 144 throughout the day, man?
Man, we get charged. All right, we just happened to glance at our phone. There's been a couple days when I seen it 3-4 times in one day, man. All right.
Hey, one time I was it was me, the elder Jeremiah and Batak. We was riding to class, and we was driving, and then 144, a car with a plate that said 1447 pulled up right here in front of us, and we was like, damn, that's crazy. Right when we looked to the right, it was another car, 1447 to the right of us. Then we looked to the left, it was another car on the other side of us said 1447. And the first thing that the elder brother said was, that's how you know that the angels be watching over us. And then just as the Lord had it to happen, when we came into class, because we was a few minutes behind, when we came into the class, that's exactly what they was talking about, how the angels of the Lord always encampeth about his men. But that was all the spirit, you know? That was it in that First Corinthians as well.
Yeah, that was the point. And that was a mystery. All right. And basically what that's breaking down is that the 144,000 and the rest of the elect are going to receive immortality, and they're going to be the ruling class people here on earth, the new government, the new heaven. Everybody's not a part of that. Well, you know, as part of the rulership part. Everybody's going to heaven.
It ain't gonna be heaven for everybody.
Hang them alone, you going to heaven. You know, you may not like the position you're gonna be in when we get there. All right, but everybody's going to heaven. All right, that we can assure you. When the New Jerusalem is coming down out of heaven, all right, and getting off them chariots in Western Asia, that's the the parts you fraudulently call Europe. All right, but when they getting off and they going through there, because I kind of got a thing for them Romanians. The thickness. But when we going through all them places and we collecting up them people and putting them and making them, forcing them to serve Yahweh Shem Shai and putting them in them chains so they can get their 1,000 years, all right, to build up our kingdom for free, all right, then you gonna know, man. Then you gonna know. The whole world gonna know. Somebody's got to do that, man. All right, that 2nd Ezra 1673. We about to find out, and even among like all these 501c3 sellout camps, all right, and all these all these fly by night learned our doctrines, use our signs, and then try to switch and change everything up like they came up with it. Them YNs, You know, them YN Israelites, right? Then, you know, been in the truth, you know, for 2-3 years, and now they elder this and elder that. Them niggas, right? All fucking white belts trying to do heel hooks and shit, fucking each other up.
They sowing the fig leaves. They're sowing the fig leaves. They're taking different doctrines and putting it together with what is the truth. And what do you mix cursing with blessing? You mix bitterness with sweet, man. And the scriptures talk about that. That's exactly what that is. So now, what have you done? You've taken something that was meant to heal, and if you corrupted it. Exactly, you corrupted it. I look at corruption and
That's what YNs do, man.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I mean, even on a carnal level, when you look at old organizations and shit like that, it's the YNs that come after the fact that fuck it up, you know, and then the old guys are sitting back like, what the fuck part of the game is this? Who taught y'all that shit? We do that shit. You know, no matter what it was, man. I mean, from the Bible to worldly shit. Young niggas come in and fuck new shit and fuck shit up and fuck it all up, man. Even that gang shit, man.
I was just gonna add a good example was when King Solomon died, his son Rehoboam took the throne.
Yeah, he was starting to say that and fucked it all up.
You know.
And did he listen to the old white council? No. He
did
listened to the
shit.
YNs. He listened to the YNs, man, and now he all fucked up.
I mean, it wasn't.
Them niggas with the fucked up haircuts.
Yep, that's it. All right, and we see it today. Just like the elder said, we see it today. These dudes popping up. They're not taking heed to counsel. They're not taking heed to the leadership and the men before them. You know, and now these niggas just
they don't watch some old videos. It's especially when they find an old video when we was really cussing people out and shit. They find them old videos of elder by lawyer. Yeah. They come across, you know, they find them and then they try to mimic that shit, but then they don't. And that's exactly it. They're trying to mimic it, but they don't have the full understanding on things. Nor do they respect the order of things and understand when you standing on the foundation of someone else's foundation. You just can't stand on someone else's foundation and then do what the hell you want, man. These niggas try to do that shit with jiu-jitsu and fucked it all up. All right, it's the same shit. All right, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is Romans 10:2. The elder was saying, it says, "For I bear them a record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge."
There you go, man.
Go ahead.
That little, that incident with Wi-Fi. Yeah. Hey, sister, yo. Then they started.
He basically called wars and sluts.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't Wi-Fi.
Well, whatever group, I don't know whoever it was. But I don't think it was. I don't think it was the Wi-Fi dudes. But the point is though is that exactly he called them out brutally.
You talking about the naked?
And then when they came at him, he tried to come with the love sister shit.
Right.
Right. They were like, fuck.
You know, so but you done already insulted them. They called them sluts and hoes and shit. Right. Now, if you want to tell them they were sluts and hoes, you could have did it subtle, man. You know, you could have pulled the Nathan and King David thing, man. No. All right, you could have came around the way and talked about, well, if you were a mom and you had a 12-year-old daughter and she was going to go to school and and make her like, damn.
Picture that first.
Right. You got to. You could talk to people, man. You got to use wisdom, man. All right. It's like I think back when brothers would just yell and cuss people out, and I'd be like, no, man, don't. You ask them questions, be friendly to them. That's how you draw them in, man. The night that we that we got the little white girl to start crying. Joanna and Murphy's trying to cuss the little bitch out. I'm like, no, man, stop, shut the fuck up. Come on, let her come over. Speak softly to her. And then she was able. Then she pulled out her scriptures. She got comfortable, and then we were able to. Right, exactly. We would have never got that video. We just would have chased her off.
Right.
All right. Bring it out, brother.
It's Colossians 4:5. It say, "Walk in wisdom toward them that without, redeeming the time. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that you know how ought to answer every man."
There you go, man. Grace seasoned with salt, man.
That's it.
All right.
They'll show you their weakness.
We have the greatest examples, man.
Yeah. They'll show you their weakness.
The apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Even Michael Ali used to say that, man. Just let them talk long enough.
No, man.
They always say something that you can turn against them, man.
No.
You just let them talk. Let them get comfortable and they get bold. And then they start, and next thing you know, they throwing out John 3:16 and all those scriptures that, you know, which most Christians at this point don't, you know, even vocab alone won't bring that scripture out.
Because you know go get his double-edged sword.
Yeah,
You
they
fell on your own sword.
Yeah, they got to come some other way now, right? They have
That nigga fall on his sword every day.
most of yeah, pretty much.
Every day, like every day you fall on the sword, bro. Like,
That's a goofy nigga who die every day.
He dies every
back.
What's that movie with what's that movie with
That
old boy?
nigga running with scissors. Ball. Again.
Groundhog Day.
that nigga Kenny from fucking South Park.
Oh shit, Kenny's dead.
Dying every day, man. Dying every day. Waking up. Damn. Can I get around this shit? Nope, can't get around it.
Like, damn, Kenny die every episode. Finish it, brother.
I know this was a precept about how you was talking about the post-pandemic elders. This Sirach 30:8. It says a horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself be willful. And that's what you see with these guys who they came in after the pandemic. They just think that they are they think of themselves more than what they actually are.
Even the ones who came in slightly before.
You know, right?
All right. These guys that, you know, got maybe, you know, 3, 4, 5 years under their belt. You know, the deal
With no order.
Right. Exactly. You had them guys who they were actually camp shopping. And what happens is they see that when you could become a part of Great Millstone, you have to be accountable to understanding. And then it's like, damn, I gotta go to class and shit. I'm in school again. Yeah, nigga. Right. I gotta show up. I gotta be accountable. You know, I gotta pay some tithes. I can't do this. I can't do that no more. I can't smoke. I gotta cut my locks. Oh shit, I can't have locks.
Gotta get rebuked.
You know, it's
Gotta
like,
be able to take a rebuke.
Right. Exactly. And so you actually learn how to
be a man.
Yeah, exactly. And it's rough. It's like, damn, this nigga cussing me out, but I still love this nigga. What the fuck?
Hey.
You know? That's that, because normally you get cussed out, you're ready to fight somebody. Right? Hey. And that spirit has to be killed.
Welcome to a warrior's world.
Exactly, man. That spirit has to be killed, man. You know, we and that's just it. We have to literally be reborn. We have to become a new man, man. Because the world taught us, you know, what we thought were men is not men at all, man.
That's it. Soft shit.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Pretty much, man. Right, stop it. You know, like you know, Haman. This nigga always holding the sword by the blade. Nigga, use the hand.
This Hebrews 5:12 says, "For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which is the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat."
There you go, man. So these guys just trying to be too deep, man. And I have a saying that I've been saying for years, man.
Drown you with milk.
You could drown with milk. You know, I can just milk scripture after milk scripture after milk scripture. You don't even have to go deep into the mysteries and all that other stuff, man. You can drown them and teach them with milk, man.
Hey.
Niggas like, oh shit, titty too big. Let's stop. You know, slow down, man. You gotta take sips. All right, you choking on milk, homie.
Hey, that's it. Hey, to these motherfuckers out here that don't understand it, like you said, it's like the simplest of scriptures, man. You waterboarding them with milk.
Exactly.
Romans 9. All you gotta do is hit vocab with Romans 9, man.
Yeah, he's lost.
It's just
he's lost.
Well, that's the reason why he don't.
Well, some certain scriptures he don't. Look, I already told Haman Malone, answer the 7 questions that don't say shit, man. Right. There's 2 videos directed at you, 7, and then I brought it down to 5. Answer those 7 questions. Answer those 5 questions. You ain't got shit to say to GMS, man. Shut the fuck up.
All right, all about you.
Bring out what you got, brother.
And then 2 Corinthians 5:17, it says, "Therefore any man being Yahweh Shai, he is a new creature. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things are become new." And that's exactly what we need to be, that new, be reborn in this truth. All the things that we was learned in the world and this Western doctrine is wickedness, man. That's why you have to get cleaned up with the scriptures, man. You got to put on your Yahweh Shai, because that's the only way we're going to get through this hellhole.
And look how hypocritical, just that statement shows how hypocritical vocab is, because look at all these men that have changed their lives. like guys was doing some wild shit in the world, man. I don't even, you know, we ain't finna be like Sakari. I used to do this and do that. We don't get to do all that shit. But you know,
we was out there.
But we was doing shit, man, and we ain't doing it no more, man. Like, so you walk past all these gangbangers to talk to us and shit, nigga.
Right.
Like, you know what I
take
mean?
them to love. Nigga.
Right. Yeah, they the one need Jesus, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the nigga said it in what was that movie? I think it was Men's
Weed
Society.
smoke in your face as you walk by.
Yeah.
Talk to him, man.
Right.
Yeah, that nigga Sharif, he said, because his dad was the nigga that played rock. He was like, he said, whether it's Jesus or Islam, if it make him a better man,
Right.
I'm cool with it. Okay, well, won't you take that approach? Shit, like, you know, it's a lot of men that have reformed their lives, man. Like that, but that's the thing. He that departed from evil make it to suffer prey.
That's the point. He'd rather see Jake smoking weed.
Yeah.
He'd rather see Jake out there gangbanging. He'd rather see that shit that Jake was doing instead of us calling ourselves Israelites.
Praying in the name of the true name. That's the problem.
Absolutely. Hey, the Lord said
the true name is being spoken.
Yeah, that's the end of their kingdom.
That's the biggest
that's
issue.
the problem.
Yeah, the Lord said, believe me, just for the work, at least for the work's sake.
That's right.
Like, I mean, at least look what, you know.
What's happening? What's the proof? Ain't the proof should be in the pudding? Ain't that a classic saying? The proof is in the pudding.
And like you said, we are separate, you know, and that's what's hurt their feelings. You know what I mean? We holy and separate. We're not like the rest of them. You know, Jacob is the form of all things. His problem is he knows he's Esau, and his destruction is drawing nigh.
Yeah,
he
once
will
you
not
return
inherit
to
to the
Lord.
kingdom.
But they-
exactly. Yeah.
When
They
he turns to the
consult.
Lord, when he turns to the Lord, he knows his rulership's in jeopardy.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
that's the whole point, man.
Right.
Keep these niggas staying going off so I continue being the power.
Precisely.
They consult only to cast him down from his excellency. You know, our excellency, because this scripture says this is your wisdom in the sight of the nations. This is what made you special, man. Other than that, the salt has lost its savor. Wherewith shall it be salted? See, the Lord is showing our nation, man.
Who wants bland ass meat?
Yeah,
you just said wherewith will it be salted?
Yeah.
So hey, look, we're just like our father. We got flavor, man.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So Jake got flavor. That's why the whole world hates us but loves us at the same time and try to mimic us, man.
Yeah. That's it. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody wants to be a nigga.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and guile and hypocrisies and envyings and all evil speakings,
right,
as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
That's what they need to be searching for. All these fly by nights and whatnot. They need to be trying to get sincere, because what was ordained through Yahweh Shai is to get you all to understand what it takes for salvation. That's the main thing. Everything else is secondary. Salvation. What do I need to do? Who do I need to call on to be able to obtain salvation?
Salvation, and then us passing this knowledge on, all right, to our sons, man.
Right.
You know, we got Yahya sitting there, little man sitting there, and this man, I watched this man grow to be a mighty man of the Lord, man. And I remember he was running around here, you know, and look at him now, man. All right, I am proud of you, bro. And that's what Esau fears.
Man,
that's
right. You to lead one like
one.
yourself. Something happened to Mash, we got him all over again. He ain't going nowhere.
That's right. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So and that's what they really, that's what it's all about, man. That's what they fear. All right. They don't want this thing to go. So guess what? He have a son. What he gonna do? He gonna do exactly what his father did for him. And Esau like, damn, I thought I got rid of them niggas.
No.
All right. And he got another thorn in his other foot. Ah, shit. You know.
I just got something back to what you just said, Elder Malcolm. But this book with Sirach 30 and 3 says, "He that teacheth his son agree with the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him." Right? Esau Edom hates that the fact that we're teaching our sons and daughters the law, statutes, and commandments in the ways that Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Exactly.
You know,
Like love, baby. You save your body. You just don't give your body to nobody. The Lord gonna give you a man of the Lord.
Yeah,
so your daughter not out there, throwing it this
Thoughting
way,
it
throwing
out.
it that way. Exactly.
Yep.
All right, and they don't, because they want our daughters being like Glorilla and them, the rest of them bitches. Right?
No, you just want to use that as a form of
Cardi
control.
B's and shit.
That's what they preach in this world.
Where they demonize T.I. because he was taking his daughter every year to check her, make sure her hymen was still intact, man.
Yeah.
I think she was 18, 19 years old, man. You had all these people come demonize him. What are you doing that? Ooh, and it's like, bro, he watching over his
Mind your
daughter.
fucking business. Get
Right.
what that scripture says a weighty matter. Him that married his daughter.
And then you had the fucking Pornhub, which that's fucking controlled by a small hat, by the way. Of
course.
They offered her $1 million to lose her virginity on fucking camera, man.
Wow, are you fucking
No
kidding?
shit.
Yeah.
These
Yep.
guys are wicked.
Yep.
As
Sent her an
fuck
offer, bro.
wicked as fuck.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Wow, that is so fucking offensive, man.
Yeah, T.I. daughter, man.
Damn, I didn't even know that part.
That's wicked as fuck. Yeah,
That's,
we
that's this society, you know.
That's what they push.
Yeah.
So not only we want you to lose it, we want you to lose it on camera.
Ain't that nothing?
Let's turn this look. Well, you know, I wanted you to send that offer to some nice little J Israel. But you know what? Majority of them are the porn stars. Though. A lot of the porn stars are J-ish. So, in case you didn't know. So they can't be the people of the Lord.
Absolutely.
As the scriptures clearly say, they run their business, they control their business, and most of their women are in it. All right. A lot of the porn stars are their women, so you know they can't be the people of the Lord, man.
They the fucking devil.
Because it's one of them. She's always wearing that demonic ass star, Daphne something. All right.
Wow.
And she's often in the the ones with Jake too.
Oh,
Constantly.
they hating that.
What is that? Adam 22. I don't want to call him that.
Yeah, that right.
That dude.
That guy.
Yeah, that dude starting his wife out to niggas.
Yeah.
Man.
He's a monster.
Right, he's sitting over in the corner beating off. Weak ass. Nigga.
Fucking crazy.
Soft.
Yeah, wear her out, boys. Fucking what kind of man are you?
That's it.
What man are you?
Hey, so when he get back around to it,
A real
ain't nothing.
man don't want no man to even look at his woman.
That's right.
Well,
All right.
you know,
I mean, being honest, man. A real man don't want nobody looking at or touching his woman, man.
well, shit, man. Me and Ayash was still around. We did a fucking video. It was some dude was filming. The husband was filming his wife sucking Jake off on the elevator. Well, other people on the elevator with him, man.
Damn. So they all just
looking at
watching his wife.
Yeah, he filmed it.
And he filming it.
Yeah.
It's really just about pushing wickedness, especially with them little hats. That second Ezra is 15 and 6, and it goes into that first Maccabees, man. Because Esau wants to push wickedness. He wants whoredom. You know, just like that decree, even though it was heathens who had said it, they were still in their right mind, and the Lord was down with it.
Man.
You know, if they would let Vashti do this thing, now cancel that bitch. No matter how fine she is, no matter what, and she was definitely better than most of these bitches today. All right, it doesn't matter.
Well,
that shit is.
Slocky, not to cut you off. That's why he called her. He said he wanted to show the
off.
kingdom her beauty. Yeah. You know, and that bitch is like, I ain't good.
So she got beside herself.
Yeah.
She's like, damn, I'm so fine, I ain't got to listen to nobody, not even the king. Excuse me, bitch.
Yep, and got her ass dismissed.
Right, to the
That's
fields
it.
you go.
Absolutely.
Right.
there.
Next thing you know, your ass not in the palace.
Nobody cleaning your ass. You gotta
Right.
wash your own ass.
Don't know now.
You ain't got
None
no
of that royal
service.
Nothing.
All that's gone.
That's it.
Done. She had to do, all of a sudden she had to do everything for herself.
Right.
I would
it.
love to have seen the look on her face the next day.
Regular clothes.
Right. Regular clothes. I'm like your servant
Right.
girl's gone.
She when she left the royal dwelling, you think she took the bling with her?
No. Hey.
Then when she was like, excuse me.
Hey.
She had to check all that shit in.
Orange juice Jones. Yeah, I followed you, bitch.
Right. She had to check all that shit in, man.
Yeah. He said give her royal estate to another.
Absolutely.
Her ass left in a damn
That's it.
potato sack. Right. With a
That's
rope
it.
tied around it.
That's it.
Right?
And that was sent as a message throughout that kingdom, man. So that
Bitches-
all women,
Bitches beware.
you know, can honor their husbands, whether small or whether great, man.
That's right.
You know, you got this movement of today. The man don't deserve to be obeyed if he ain't making a certain amount of money. To hell with that, man. That ain't what the scripture says, and that standard is coming back into this earth.
And not only that, man, you wait till these lights go out.
Oh yeah.
Wait till these victuals are cut.
9/11 don't work no more.
Right.
Right.
Right. You wait till the days when it's cold like this and ain't no fucking heat. All right. Let's see how many logs you gonna cut open to put, to start fires and keep warm and shit like that. Man.
Like y'all always say, Zaquan, all they fucking corporate jobs being cut anyway.
All
AI
the
taking all their jobs.
AI taking all that shit.
All the typing and shit, the jackbot, all that shit got everything.
All
they ain't not gonna need lawyers. They ain't not gonna need shit.
None of that.
Because the jackbots, all the motherfuckers doing all the work.
Yep.
Essays, everything. So all you bitches is gonna be through.
They gonna be fucking finished, man. Yeah. Ain't no more sitting in Starbucks with your legs crossing the seat.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Hey. Ain't no more of that shit, man. Making six figures. You sitting there with your legs crossed.
Getting dressed
tapping on
up.
the fucking computer. They ain't gonna need your ass no more.
Suck and slob your way to the top.
Exactly.
Getting dressed up and going to the job. Getting dressed up and going to the job and whatnot. You dress like you getting ready to go out to the club.
Well, shit ain't even going to the job no more. Most of them are working at home, off site. But like he said, everything's being replaced.
Yep.
All right, they're replacing the shit out of everybody and everything, man. All them data entry shits,
right.
All them bitches, like I said, all that sitting up tapping on the computer in the yoga pose,
right?
Tapping on the computer in the Starbucks when you walk by, that shit about to disappear, man.
Yep.
All right.
You talking about it? Yeah. You said it. Yeah.
And you're not gonna be able to afford that luxury apartment downtown.
Or that BMW.
All right.
All that other shit.
Now you're gonna have to move back to your mom. You don't have to go back to that dude you don't want to be with no more. All right. And you got a little bit more strenuous requirements.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
He's gonna beat you.
Right.
Bloody beat you.
Or he gonna right now you gonna have to do shit like you right. He gonna want his sack emptied every day, twice a day. Yeah, it's gonna be some requirements, man.
Right.
A lot of you gonna end up having to do things that you don't want to do, man. And quiet as it's kept, a lot of you are already. A lot of you women is giving up the cheeks to some old dude, right?
Realizing.
Exactly.
The Dubai portal
because you can't quite make ends meet. All right. So that old dude with the Cadillac come around a couple times a week.
Money.
Right. He got your money.
And then when the shit does crash, imagine thousands and hundreds of bitches that done hit all that, they done got shitted on, and then that dude, that millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, whatever he is, it sends that digital thing through and it doesn't go through. So you did all that for nothing. It's just like
Well, they did it for nothing, even if it goes.
Well, yeah.
The scripture says you have sold yourself for naught.
You sold yourself for naught.
Yeah. No matter what amount of FRNs you get in this society or whatever accolades you get, it's all for nothing, man.
Go be cankered.
Especially if you were actually blessed to have a man of the Lord. All right. And then you did dog dirty that man of the Lord. To go back into the world to go be with some 230 ass nigga.
230, huh?
It's 230. All right. So, woe unto them. Matter of fact, let's get what you got. Somebody get Ezekiel 9. We're going to get ready to wrap it up.
I got that Micah 7 and 10.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm starting at 9. This is the book of Micah 7 and 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Right? We got to bear the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua because we ultimately have sinned as a nation. That's why we're put through the manner of things that we're put through. It says, Micah 7 and 10, it says, Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, Where is Yahweh thy power?
Where's your God?
Right? He coming, bitch.
My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Told you he was coming.
Right, and that's gonna happen, during Jacob's trouble when 911 is not available to call anymore.
Hey, just like the video we just watched. When that woman, look, brother, there's a video that we just watched, and this bitch gets eliminated. There's a bus pulling off from a bus terminal. Imagine this is a bus terminal where my hand is, full of people. And the bus is pulling off on the bus terminal, and the cars come speeding down, and the bus pulls off, and the car tries to avoid the bus and jumps the curb and runs right through all the people. Damn. And the weird thing is that it was one Jake that was standing there just bugged out, like he froze. He's standing there with his hands like this, just standing there looking like off, just frozen. All right, all this shit is going on behind him. So the car comes through and takes out 4 people. Looked like it was 2 gooks and a couple Elamites. It hit the man, But the car, when it jumped, it bumped the curb because the curb was high. So if it weren't for the curb, it really would have blew through them. But it blew through them and it hit 3 of them. And the woman, the car took her and drug her.
Wow.
And you see, so the car hit the other ones and they go flying.
Okay.
All right. And she disappears because she got drugged. And you see the ground was dry. You see the red, the trail of blood. It just ripped her open, drug. Man, this shit is horrible, man. She got judged. She got judged because I watched it it wasn't until like the 5th or 6th time that we saw. Then I started, because I didn't notice the trail of blood because we just so in shock in this shit. Then I look at it again. I'm like, wait a minute, one of them's that's a woman. And then I watched it again. She was the only one that wasn't. She the one that got grabbed by the car.
Wow.
Good. So the men all got hit, but the car literally grabbed her and drug her and ripped her to pieces and left her blood trail in the car.
Yeah. Maya in the street.
Yeah, man, that was a horrific scene. And then the Jake that just stopped and froze in his track, it literally missed him by inches. Wow. He was just standing there, and then he turned around when he heard the people get hit. And when he turned around, the car blew behind him, right past him.
No shit.
It went right past him. He turned this way and it blew right past him, right behind him. He didn't even see it happen.
So he
just saw bodies flying past him. Damn. And meanwhile, this bitch is get the car that took him. Man, I'm telling you,
get over it.
It is a horrible thing.
He turned his
to
hip
fall into the hands of the living power, man. All right. Go ahead and read that Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel 9:4. That's what you call for? Kind. And Yahweh said unto them, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon their foreheads.
So for some reason, that dude didn't get, he could have easily been the 5th. All right. And we don't know how, and as fast as the car was going, it probably continued hitting more people. But go ahead.
Said on their foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And that's only us. We're the only ones sighing and crying, all right, about the abominations. You know, everyone's, celebrating Thanksgiving yesterday.
Yeah.
We're not celebrating the destruction of our people. That's all right, well, go ahead.
And to the others he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids.
And we're talking about, how Saul hewed in pieces Agag. Yeah. All right, that. Go ahead.
That's right.
Old and young, both maids and little children, and women. So he said women twice. He maids and women. So
yeah,
y'all getting a double.
That's right. And so you're gonna get hewed in pieces the same way the king Agag did, man.
Showing you the Lord don't differentiate. The maid represents a young woman. So no matter you young, no matter you old, in between, you all getting it, man.
And yeah, you're gonna get hewed and your newborn right with you, and a little badass toddler. And that little back-talking ass teenager, they all gonna get it. Right along with you. All right, go ahead.
It says, but come not near any man upon whom the mark. So like, whom is the mark?
Right, so that mark being the name and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Not the same mark that's in Revelation 13 and, dumbasses.
No, this is the war.
So, so judgment, great judgment is about to fall upon this place. All right, so with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kwam Yasharala,
Kwam Yasharala, Abba Babal.